Okay, yeah. Thank you guys for joining. So this is just like a new, I guess, a new idea. Thank you, Derek and Enoch, for bringing it up, where we will just discuss the two matches that happened that night. I think we'll try to bring one recording out at least once every 2 days, bare minimum, or best case every day there's a playoff game. We'll hop on and talk about it, I guess. Okay, then so what I wanted to ask, like, because I think you guys watched both matches, so whoever wants to start can go first. What I wanted to ask was like, what were your thoughts on like Dallas and OKC, and why do you think like Luka was struggling so much? I think that's wait for it. So anyone can go first.
I think Luka is generally still hurt.
Hmm.
Like I feel like he's playing through the pain, and he's Luka, so he can still give you outstanding performances through that. But when you're hurt, as we've seen from other greats in playoffs, they can do it a game or two in a series, but they can't give you that performance back to back because he's struggling because he's struggling. If you watch the game, he's generally struggling to move. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
looking at it, the way he's getting to his spots, it just doesn't look the same. It doesn't look like Luka.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just it's a lot. And regardless of whether Luka was healthy or not, I had them winning this series because they have two options, two people that can literally go out there and get a bucket when needed, and two people that can close games. Well, OKC, if you look at OKC, no matter how you want to look at it, there's only one person that can actually go out there, close games, and just take over at any given point in time.
Yeah. Okay. Derek, do you want to
So
say anything?
to the Mavericks match today, but normally playoffs, their best players, no matter how tough it is. Look at Embiid, even when from injury to come and play for 7 6 hours.
Hmm.
Look at even though he was injured, problem or so, but he still has to play.
Hmm.
His pace
Um,
is still
And
legendary.
Embiid was clearly hobbling too.
Embiid was dead, honestly. Like, I
Yeah,
don't feel he
he
should
was.
have played. Like, they're
Honestly,
putting that guy on
honestly,
drugs
they should have shut Embiid down for the season
immediately. Like, you can't
immediately.
force him to kill himself just for, like, well, you guys are not going to get to the finals if your best player can barely use his two eyes. Like, just,
The person I'm even glad for that they didn't even force him or pressure him is Giannis, because they
yeah.
would have ended his career on spot.
Oh, Lord.
Run and
I
dunk
don't
man
know.
won't be able to run anymore.
Maybe Embiid wanted to prove a point. Who knows?
Yeah, because
But
he has been getting a lot of criticism. Sorry, go ahead. That's-
exactly, he even with his injury, he could still drop 50 points, and that same 50 points was 100% from free throw. So
Yeah. And getting to the line too helps. Like, I think one thing I noticed from at least today's game was Luca and Shy, like they got to their spots sometimes, but to get to their spots, they had to do so much more because they were not getting the calls they would get in the regular season. They are sweating for each basket. Each bucket has to be a tough shot, has to be a leaning out. Like they can't just drive in and lay up and then get fouled or something. Like they have to fight through because especially the way Ludort fouled out in the end of the game, but the way Ludort was guarding Luka, like physical body to body, bumping in, like that kind of shit every time.
but
Uh,
this
Lou
Maverick
Dort is
this
one
season,
elite defender.
Yeah, he's just like he seems too physical, I think. That like he was hurting Luka. I think he slammed Luka's back on the ground. Accidental though, but at the end of the game, like he's a great defender, bro. I don't know how you're gonna like even with Luka fully healthy, like how does he stop? Ludot is not gonna stop coming at him. So I don't know how he's gonna like get back to like scoring effortlessly. Like I don't think he
Yeah,
can do that.
yeah. Honestly, I think like Luca, Jason Kidd, they need to remember that Luca is like 6'9", like at least 230, at least. That's if not more. They
Hmm.
need to put his ass in the post, hunt
Mm.
mismatches and put his ass in the post. Because look at like all that dribbling, trying to pump fake, try and foul bait. That's not going to work against Lil Dot. We saw what he did against BI in the previous series.
Hmm.
Lil Dot is one of the most disciplined defenders you would find on the perimeter. So I
Hmm.
feel
And
like they just need, like if Luca is hobbling, I don't think this is the right time to get him to force shit or
Yeah, to
force
force it.
offense. Because I understand why you want to put him at the top of the key because he's also a playmaking threat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But knowing that you have another ball handler and you can use the attention of both of them on the court together to play make, I feel like you should go into plenty of those possessions, putting Luca in the post at least just to rest him and rest his legs out.
mm, see, but I think that him playing in the post, they're like other and taller elite centers like Derek Lively and the rest that can do those post games. But
Yeah,
another
but yeah, but it depends on who's like it depends on who you're going to. If you're going to Luca, you should find the best possible way to manage his body while like going to him for offense.
Hmm.
mm, world, world. But you
And
know
I
these
think I
playoffs
think
for Marvel,
OKC I think OKC should do what the Clippers did to him more. They need to they need to like put him in the ISO more. Do you get? I need to see Luca guarding Shea. I need to see Luca. I need to, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like they need to put him in every action to wear him out and make him move those legs, move those hips.
Hmm.
but these playoffs, another like elite player is that PJ Washington guy. Ever
Yeah.
since this, especially against OKC, he has been yeah his 3 point percentage has been going up, and like yeah he's making some critical points for them.
Yeah. I don't even know like how the guy is playing. Like the last match I remember him playing this well was I think when the Dallas beat Golden State towards the end of the season. I think that was one of PJ's better games as a Maverick at that point. Like he can shoot the ball. Like obviously he's not going to be taking step back contested threes or anything, but he's tall. If he's open enough, he takes a shot and is going to lace it. So like it's I don't know, it's a weird situation where if Luca is playing at Luca's level, if Kyrie is playing at the level Kyrie has gotten to multiple times this playoff series, or this playoffs in general, and you have PJ Washington, like this team, although they seem shaky on paper, they can actually make quite a run, like all in this playoffs as it is.
Not even like I expected OKC to actually be plugging these Mavericks guys.
You expected that?
After OKC, they have been doing well so far, especially
Mm. Right.
Like see the main problem, as interesting as I think this series will be, I don't really feel like whoever wins this series has any impact on the Western Conference Finals because like the second semifinals determines who's going to the finals.
Mm.
mm,
Like whoever comes out of that Nuggets Timberwolves series because like it was like the Timberwolves were up 2-0, yeah, and they took those two games in Denver. And like people were like, is it going to be a sweep? And I was like, I like it was surprising me because like are people aware that Denver can walk into the Timberwolves home and take those two games in
Yeah.
in Minnesota. So it was like they were up 2-0, but I knew for a fact that that series was far from being over. Because one thing about Denver is when you put their backs against the wall, they might lose, but they will always make it a close game. And when it comes down to all those close games, is this really the right time that people will look you dead in the eyes and say they will bet against Jokic and Jamal Murray in close game situations? Like,
Mm.
I would not be surprised if Denver take game 4. Because obviously, like the Timberwolves have to come and play. Do you get? But Denver can very much take game 4.
Mm.
And see that, like that, this whole series, even if Timberwolves go up 3-1, this series is still far from over because
Mm.
they have to go back to Minnesota. But yeah, it all depends. It all depends on Jamal Murray. Sha. If Jamal Murray wants them to win, they'll win.
Jump.
Guy,
Yeah, sorry,
beginning of
Derek.
the expecting Timberwolves to even win Nuggets because before the playoffs, guy, team Nuggets were giving Timberwolves hard times for winning.
Mm.
The main problem, sir, is that Jaden McDaniels guy. I mean,
He's quite the defender.
like people think Ant is like the main piece. Ant is just the head of the snake. Yeah, the main problem with that Timberwolves is the fact that they have Kat and Gobert, and they now have Jalen McDaniels like pressuring the perimeter.
Is their defense in
Yeah,
general.
because like with first of all, Jalen McDaniels, I don't care which guard it is, whether it's Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, whether it's what's Jalen Brunson, Jalen McDaniels can slash any guard's efficiency by half. That's first things first. That's the first problem you have to deal with. Then when you now have Rudy Gobert and Cats, 2 7-footers, that has already taken away Aaron Gordon. Because you have two people that will make sure he can't get on those offensive boards. And Jokic can't just be throwing lobs to him every single time the offense has been broken down or shut down. So like all those problems is what was giving Denver issues. The fact that Aaron Gordon, one of their main contributors, has been shut down with the fact that there are 2 7-footers in the block. Jamal Murray, the person that usually starts the offense, is being pressured heavily by
Being locked.
Ant, by Ant and Jaden McDaniels, most especially Jaden McDaniels. And what's the name of this guy? We have to give him credit too. Alexander Walker.
Uh,
Even
Like they
Nasri.
they have they
oh,
have
Nasrid as well.
size. They have size at that wing position. And Nasri too is also helping them be versatile and also putting size too at the rim. And I don't and the person that needs to actually turn up if Denver wants to like apart from Jamal Murray, the person that needs to show up too in this series is MPJ.
Yes.
Because
For sure. Yeah.
their bench is thinner. So every contribution from their starters will actually count at this moment in the playoffs. So if MPJ should have a bad game, Aaron Gordon should have a bad game. It's not like last season where they had a bench that can cover up for that. Every bad game their starters have right now will cost them. So
Yeah.
it's a lot.
I do
I
think
think
the
I think
yes, sir, Derek, go
Reggie
ahead.
Jackson guy.
Yeah.
This Reggie Jackson is like the only potential defense bench player I've seen in that Nuggets
Mm. Like the only guard one or like the only one in general.
in general that can like make type shit.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the last what you said last.
I said like the make a difference is that
Wait, are you saying the only guy you think makes a difference defensively is Reggie Jackson?
offensively, yeah. Even
Oh,
playmaking.
yeah. That comes off their bench, right? Because I think he comes off the bench. Yeah. I think the
Yeah,
big problem Nuggets are having now is that like Jokic obviously like he doesn't just score at will, but like he scores much easier against 98% of the league. Because like these guys are nobody's really that tall. Majority of the time he plays, like nobody's that big. And even if they're that big, he's just one. and he can footwork his
Yeah,
way out of the matchup. But like now you have Nas, you have Carl Anthony Towns, you have Rudy, and like
They
all
have
of
the
them are
defensive player of the
I
year.
think
exactly
I
like every single person is there, and they are double teaming him. Two 7 foot guys double teaming you in the paint is like you are
yeah,
fighting to score every single possession. Doesn't
I
matter
think
how good you
that's
are. Yeah, sorry, what were you
AD
saying?
was that's what they did against Lakers because AD was like the only matchup for this guy. Jokic.
Yeah, for Jokic. And they weren't really doubling him as well. I think Davinham, like he's gone. I believe he's fired. I don't know. He should be fired by the end of this year if Lakers want to succeed in the near
No,
future.
they fired him
Yeah,
already. They fired
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
they should have fired him. Yeah, because the guy left, kept leaving Jokic on an island. Like even if he brings the double, he's not bringing an effective double. He's telling AD to help off like who was the wing? Is it Jackson Hayes? No. Oh my God.
AD was also doing for Murray.
Rui Hashimura. Rui
Yes, yeah,
Hashimura.
Rui Hachimura. Sorry, thank you. And AD, yes, you said AD was also going to the perimeter to guard Jamal. And unfortunately, Jamal was busting his ass, like especially in the
Yes.
clutch. Because I think Jamal is just a big moments player. I really like Jamal. Like just to watch him play, especially in the clutch, is like something else. Like he's bringing the energy. He can give you 1 for 15 shooting.
If we're talking about the Lakers, one of the main reasons, apart from Davinham, obviously Davinham is like one of the main reasons, right? Another
Yeah.
reason why the Lakers don't have a chance against Denver is because Brown doesn't want to play defense.
I mean, he's an
Mm.
old dude. He's not here to be. Like I can't blame him, but obviously I
If you're
expect
on
that he
the
plays.
floor, I expect you to play defense. Because if LeBron actually wanted to guard,
Hmm.
game two would have gone to overtime.
That's is
Because
true.
like why like think about it. Why is he switching off Jamal Murray at will?
Even that game today, no guy, they snooze like 20 to reach overtime at all.
No,
Meant to be a
no,
game.
like what we're talking about that we're talking about the last possession. Like,
Yeah,
if I remember this correctly, LeBron was in Jamal Murray. The
Mm.
screen was set. When you have an Anthony Davis that can erase shit at the block, because Jokic was going to have to make an athletic play from where he was. Do you get? Because he was like at the low block, do you get, at the elbow. That was where they ran the pick and roll. Usually, if it was any other defender, let's say you have like a Vanderbilt or anybody that's willing to play defense, they're not switching that.
but Enoch, I don't think if AD could not guard that, so I don't think LeBron will have any chance because man, that thing
LeBron,
was
like
actually a very tough bucket.
if he it would have been way easier for a wing to shuffle in front of Jamal than for a big.
Yeah, AD is much slower than LeBron, regardless. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Like think about it. Like we all play we all play basketball here. Like what position is he easier to hit a step back on? A big or a wing?
see.
I'll say a win because I don't know. It depends on how tall the big is, though. But
Yeah, but like it doesn't matter. Like if you're playing that big and you're obviously going to be like, let's say we're not in the NBA, where like everyone is average, so everyone is around 5'11" to 6'6". The big would be the 6'5", 6'6" guy, and you're the
No,
six one.
we're not talking about like a big someone that's just tall, someone that's
Yeah, yeah,
actually like
yeah.
a big
That plays
size.
the big. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be slow. So when I step in, my first step, he's already trying to read because he doesn't want to commit to coming outside. So he's trying to read,
exactly,
trying to shuffle. And when he does shuffle, eventually you're going to get your separation on that step back. Like he's going to be away. I think Jamal's post-game conference, he said he noticed AD's first step. So AD gave him, because of the way AD was like retreating somewhat to defend,
And
he
like,
gave him the room.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? All I'm saying, if they didn't switch that, because AD is one of the best bigs I like guarding guards.
Yes.
For real,
So
world.
it's like if they didn't switch that, I have full confidence that Jamal can just get that separation and
Yes.
just make that shot with that amount of time on a LeBron or any actual wing that wants to guard. So looking at that whole possession, when I saw LeBron on Jamal and I saw AD on Jokic, I was like, yeah, dig they can just hedge this pick and roll, and LeBron will still end up on Jamal, and AD will still be right on the spot for Jokic because of how deep they ran it. But when I saw the switch, I was like, ain't no way. So it was just very disappointing. It was just very
One thing I will say is Braun is not going to give you like of late. He's not a bad defender for sure. It's LeBron James, but he's not going to defend as much or as well. Obviously, his quality has declined, but he's not defending as much. A lot of the time, I don't want to sound like I'm saying he's lazy, but like he's lazing around on defense, if you get the term. Like he's not actively defending. He's covering, but it's like if he had
yeah,
five fouls and he's trying
that's
not
what
to
I'm
foul the
saying.
sixth time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For one possession, you can't give us that for one possession. And okay, let's imagine. Okay, yeah, he doesn't want to play defense for that possession. Hide in the corner, do a Luka or a Steph. Stay in the corner. Let them hide you on defense. Their don't go and guard their number one shot creator and just switch off.
Let's talk about Cleveland Celtics match.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel Cleveland can actually they have a chance of winning Celtics. Because if you look at today's game, end of third quarter, they were winning them with like 23 points, and see they ended up with like 13 points gap. That was like why I feel Cleveland have a chance of winning. And
Mm, yeah.
mind
So,
you, they don't have Jarrett Allen, who is like who has injuries. That's like one of their greatest defender.
yeah,
Okay, no one's
and
not
very
greater,
good.
but they don't have him.
He's one of
And
their better ones, yeah.
exactly. And that's why personally I feel Cleveland had a chance of coming for Celtics and winning this game.
Mine is if Celtics lose this series, Jason Tatum cannot get that super max. He has to leave and get it elsewhere. Break it up,
Well,
like break it up. Since 2017, they've been a top three seed in the East. That's like what, 6, 7 years? Yes, 6, 7 years. They've been a top three seed in the East. Then you're telling me that this year, like, you have your best team. Let's say this is the best team in the last 5 years. 2022, that was their best defensive team. I think this is their best overall team. Everybody can score, can play a bit of defense. Even the ones that can't defend can still give you points. Like, they're just so well built. And then they somehow lose to Donovan Mitchell and the other Cavaliers. Like that's how that system is right now. Because Donovan Mitchell is the one giving you everything. Garland, I have no idea. He's a very good scorer, very good player. I don't know. This playoffs is being
playmaker.
shaky. Yeah, he's just like he's Donovan doing everything, and you lose. You have to blow it up. Like I don't see any reason for it to continue if you lose in the second round to Cleveland. But yeah, I do think Cleveland have a chance. Like Cavaliers right now, I don't know, like if they were the best suited team. Like when they won the series against Orlando, Donovan said they shouldn't say we want Celtics or Cleveland in four. Like obviously it's a bad matchup for them because Celtics are the best team in the East. But if the way they're playing, I think Cleveland have a chance of like showing some fight. Like they've shown some dog in them and they can if they get Allen back this series, they can and maybe push this series 6-7, maybe even win the series. I don't know, but I think Celtics should still stay the favorites for me for now.
Your favorite?
Ed,
Nah, actually, same. I want Celtics. I don't even know why I want for the East to win personally.
yeah, Eddie, what do you think?
Yeah.
I
Yo,
just realized we have a fourth person on
Oh
this
yeah.
show.
no, I've been paying attention.
Yeah.
But what do I think about what exactly?
The Celtics Cavs series. Do you think the Cavs can
So the
take the series?
Celtic have three?
Do you think the Cavs can take?
Nah, 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 nah. Now, honestly, I've not been focused on like the Eastern Conference because like I have the Celtics coming out. I'll be
Yeah.
most focused on the Western
Oh,
Conference, which is actually more competitive. But like
I guess
honestly,
that.
I have the Celtics winning this series.
Remember these Pacers and European.
Pacers should not be in the second round. Genuinely, I don't know.
Honestly,
They don't deserve to be
honestly, the only
here.
reason why we're discussing about the Pacers is because like Giannis got an injury. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why we're talking about the Pacers right now.
like
Okay,
Giannis
look
got
at Nick
injured, Dame
picks.
got injured, Middleton got injured. Like, come on, dog, and you barely won that series.
Yeah,
Look at Knicks now.
They won,
Knicks, they have Bronson.
they won the series in 6. What
Yeah,
else could they have
no,
done?
don't forget
no, but
they,
like
like
they
they
didn't
lost
play that well. You
they
know,
lost the
like, do you get
Magic
what I'm
to
saying?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah. But
go ahead.
on the in the East, you guys should also look out for New York Knicks generally
Yeah,
because Bronson
Nobody's looking out for the Knicks, bro. Don't say that.
no. I feel like the Knicks is just the
they
hype
won
from the
six
fan.
hours.
Like,
Do you know
bro,
how tough 6 hours are? Yeah, I believe
well,
in Knicks.
Embiid
yeah,
was
this is
half.
an injured Embiid.
Embiid was half of himself. I can't even lie to you.
There was
Oh,
Maxi. There was,
nobody's
Well,
looking out for the Knicks, bro.
I think
but
Knicks can go to the conference finals. Like, if they can go there, sure. But win
honestly,
the chip,
honestly,
I
honestly,
don't think they
the
can win the
Knicks,
chip.
the Knicks can go to the finals depending on how Jason Tatum is feeling.
Yeah, if he's not feeling it, they can.
Jason Tatum can just be in that conference finals and be like, well, not this year, and that's
He's
it.
looking at, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
how you sure
Bro,
Tatum? How you sure Celtics to win Cleveland? That was my
Like,
question.
Celtics
Bro,
are a better
don't
team
say
at
that.
every position.
See,
Like,
bro,
except
the
where
Celtics,
Donovan plays.
the Celtics are going to beat the Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavaliers comfortably.
They should beat them comfortably.
Let me
Confidence.
tell
If
you.
Nah,
Celtics lose,
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm predicting this year. See, I'm not really in the right spot to be predicting anything lately, but I'm predicting this year. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won their last game of the playoffs. It's
oh
Celtics in
no way,
5.
bro. No way.
Celtics in
Celtics,
five.
that's
Celtics
crazy.
in 5.
I don't know. I want to give Cleveland leeway. Let's say Celtics in 6. That's what I'll say. So, Derek, what do you have Celtics at? Oh, sorry, Cleveland. You have Cleveland winning.
yeah, I have them winning Celtics and going to the finals.
Oh,
But you have them in the finals. Interesting.
You have
Wow.
them in finals? You guys need to do
Yeah,
Mm.
Cleveland. Nah, man,
that's
I'm
interesting.
sorry. I don't know. Maybe like never say never. It's sports, but well, like that seems like
Never, never.
Wait, how serious is KP's injury?
KP. I don't know. Let me check, sir.
Because if KP comes back, the Cleveland Cavaliers are not smelling the finals. Sorry.
Like, they don't even have Porzingis. Like, do you even listen to, like, if you listen to Jason Tatum talking, like, you know, he's essentially just enjoying himself. He's not exerting himself. Like, he's just chilling.
if you
Like,
notice,
yeah,
all starters in Celtics can shoot three very
like
comfortably.
extremely well. It's not even funny how well they shoot the three. And then they're still an
Um,
all
they are
defensive
they are
team.
they are good at shooting contested threes, not just wide
Yes.
open threes. This is crazy.
I don't even
That's
understand.
crazy, bro.
I think
Let's
Porzingis will not play game 3, but I think he can be back game 4, but most likely it's game 5. If there will be game 5. Game 5 is the most likely time for return, I think,
you.
for Kristaps
Have you guys
Porzingis.
did you guys notice that Jared Allen's injury didn't really look serious if you watched it?
I did not watch how he got injured. What do you mean didn't look serious?
It was like it was rib contact, but at the same time, it didn't look it didn't just like a normal bumpy, but for him to miss 3 games,
Damn.
it feels very weird.
I mean, if they really need him, like, and it's not that bad, they're going to force him to play. Like, if they somehow get another game from this series, I think it's over. But like, sorry, I think the meeting or Zoom is about to expire. So tomorrow after the playoff games, we'll run it back. So I just wanted to ask, for every playoff series in the semifinals, I'll just go around. I'll start the West and the East. What is your prediction? So for the West, Dallas OKC, Mavs in 7, and then Nuggets Wolves, Nuggets in 6. Then the East, Celtics, Cavs, Celtics in 6, and then Knicks, Pacers, Knicks in 6. So those are my predictions. So I think whoever wants to go next can go.
All right. All right, for me, for the Mavs, I'm going to say Mavs in 6.
Yeah.
For the Nuggets and Timberwolves, I'm going to be like Nuggets in 7.
Yeah.
For the Celtics Cavaliers, I'm going to say Celtics in Celtics in 6. And then for the Knicks Pacers, Knicks in 6. Pacers ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
That guy's a Bucks fan. Just say.
No,
What do you have? Who was
I'm
about to
thinking. Okay, I'm going to reverse, kind of. But for this Mavericks
Yeah.
are going to win for sure. But Mavericks in 5.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, then Timberwolves
That's
Nuggets.
interesting.
Like you're not
Guys,
giving them
Nuggets.
any leeway. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Nuggets.
Nuggets are going to win their remaining games. Their next 3 games.
So Nuggets
So
in 5 as well. Oh, sorry, in 6.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Cavs Celtics. These are okay. Is it only what we're talking about?
No, everyone. Like we'll get back. We'll check the predictions when the series are over.
Okay, Cavs Celtics. Wow, this is actually very tough for Cavs. Hopefully, in like 7.
Oh, okay. And then
Pacers.
Pacers next.
um
Knicks in like 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, Enoch, you can wrap us up.
Mavs in 6.
Yeah.
Timberwolves in 7.
Yeah.
Knicks in 5. Boston in 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, so before we go, Derek, like you've had some hot takes. Like these are like they're not bad, but like these are stuff that I'm very sure a lot of people won't
They're
agree
bad.
with.
They're bad. They're bad.
So I think when we do like the longer recording session, we can just talk it out. So maybe on Monday or Tuesday or whenever there's like one playoff game, so or none, we can do that. So thank you guys for joining. Hopefully I'll be able to upload this episode by the end of today. And
No
yeah,
problem.
see you tomorrow for the next recording session. Thank you.
Like,
Yeah, have a good day. Oh, good night, wherever.
right.